This one loud though. Osun State Governor Adeleke, who happens to be Davido's uncle, have pardoned 53 criminals who were sentenced to death. That is it. He decided to exercise his constitutional right as the executive governor. But anyway, let's hear the news as it comes and also listen to Arise TV crew members' reactions to this. I believe that this is a very good development, but in any ways, crime no good because not every governor go pardon your crime like this.
In Osun State, Governor Adeleke gave the prerogative of mercy to 53 convicts serving various prison sentences within the Nigerian Correctional Service, including Segun Olowokere, the man who was reportedly sentenced to death by hanging for stealing a hen and eggs in 2010. Segun's story recently went viral and sparked public outcry after an interview granted by his parents.
Moka sentenced to death by hanging.
Ni àwọn èèyàn bá ní ó pààyàn ni.
Kò síbi tá a ti rìn dé o. Kò síbi tá a ti rìn dé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o, ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Kí lẹ wá fẹ́ báyìí gangan?
Ìrànlọ́wọ́ la fẹ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ gọ́vnọ̀ wa Adeleke kí wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ torí ní ọjọ́ tí wọ́n dá ẹjọ́ yìí nǹkan tí wọ́n dá ń bẹ̀ náà ni pé ní gọ́vnọ̀ ló lè pádọ̀ ọmọ yìí kí wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n ṣàánú wa kí wọ́n wò pé àbí ju ọmọ kan lọ abẹ́ olórí wa gọ́vnọ̀ wa kan dákun kan ṣàánú wa kan ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ọmọ kan ṣoṣo tàbí nígbèsí ayé wa náà ní eléyìí o.
All right, that was the video that was trending, but we know that the Osun court had debunked the story, whether or not Segun had been charged for stealing a hen. They said it was a case of robbery, but the governor has granted him pardon. Let's take Adeleke's tweet. His tweet reads in part, prerogative of mercy extended to 53 convicts in line with the recommendations of the State Advisory Council on prerogative of mercy and in exercise of the power conferred on me by paragraph A, C, and D of subsection I of section 212 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. I am pleased to extend my grace and mercy unto 53 convicts serving various convictions within the Nigerian Correctional Service. Well, he went on to list all of the people that he has pardoned, and this is the section that he listed the 4 people. He said the following 4 convicts also have their sentences commuted from death sentence to outright pardon. And then he said them. I believe Sunday was one of the people that he was arrested with, Segun as well, and Tunde Olakpade as well as Demola Odeyemi. I mean, kudos to Governor Ademola Adeleke. I mean, that story was trending yesterday. That story, yes, absolutely.
And that's why for every those that condemn media, it is things like this in media do, we amplify the story. Because if not for that interview,
yes,
he will never be able to get that prerogative of mercy.
We wouldn't have known that he was convicted for a probable crime like that.
Particularly, we should also commend Governor Adeleke
yes,
for listening.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, when that matter was brought to the public space, he quickly intervened.
Yes.
And he said that Osun State is a state of justice and equity and that he will look into this matter. And he advised the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice to conduct investigations. And the job of the Attorney General, of course, is to advise his principal. And it's on the basis of this advice that the governor has now, taken this action to pardon 53 convicts. And what he has done is lawful. It is within the purview, as quoted in the statement you read, of Section 212 of the Constitution, which allows governors to exercise the prerogative of mercy. But what I find particularly instructive here is that in commuting the death sentence to outright pardon, he also listened to an intervention by Femi Falana, SAN, who said, yes, the governor has said he will pardon Segun Olowokere, but there was also Morakinyo, Sunday Morakinyo.
Sunday, that's what I said.
Who the trial judge had said was non-corpus mentis. In other words, he had issues, with his mental state of health. And the pardon should be extended to him. Again, Governor Adeleke listened to that informed legal counsel by Femi Falana, SAN. I think at the end of the day, this is all lawful, this is all constitutional. And that is what is important about it. Despite the fact that Mutalabi Adebayo, Attorney General, that was there before, had raised an objection that this was a case of armed robbery. But whether it was armed robbery simpliciter or not, and what he did was to protect the integrity of the judiciary, the governor has still acted within the province of the law.
Absolutely.
I think that's what is important.
Well, kudos.